Share the post. I'm going to send this email out. Actually, I'm going to find the link. Go ahead and, if you guys have the link, go ahead and post that.
Where do I get the link from?
You can go to my channel. Let me change the settings on my channel so it'll show the live broadcaster. Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm new to Google Hangout for the most part. I've used it like once.
Yeah, it's a work in progress for me as well. Chat.
Okay, I see the group chat.
Okay, there's the link to the actual video view page.
Okay, gotcha.
Alright. I'm going to do my share. Alright, that's sharing to Google+. Alright.
I just got it on Twitter.
What'd you bring?
Alright, that's tweeted. Sweet.
Alright, you tweeted out.
Yeah.
I will be back with you guys in 30 seconds.
No problem.
Alright? Because my girlfriend thought it'd be a good idea to just destroy the house, so there's glass everywhere.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding, but I'll be back with you guys in 30 seconds, alright?
Alright, no problem, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we had a slight problem there for a second.
Technology.
Yeah, I raised my internet like in episode 5 briefly for like a day, and it didn't really make that big of a difference. So I need to talk to my internet provider again and see if they will if they can do something else for me, if they can raise it up even higher. The thing is, I live in a small country town, and the internet is very high priced here.
Gotcha.
And so, like, to get their highest speed that they offer is like $100 a month, and it's not really that fast. It's like
that better, yeah.
It's like 4.5 meg or something. We'll do the official introduction and everything for the show here in a minute. What?
Isn't that $5 I lost?
You found it? That's awesome.
Is that Jason?
That's a $5 payday.
Yeah, he lost a $5 bill like, I don't know, it's been like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Jason did?
Christmas?
Yeah.
That long ago?
This was before Christmas.
That's right, and now he just found it like in a pair of pants.
Watched and everything.
It's might as well be free money now.
Yeah, I know.
That's gone.
Yeah, is it cleared up yet?
You just came back.
Yeah,
Okay.
you were like this for a bit.
Yeah, you had a great post.
Yeah.
I wish I could have captured that.
I hope that it's not going to do that all night, because the last podcast went pretty flawless. We didn't have very many internet connection problems. But didn't you say, Nicholas, you think that it's partly with the server, not necessarily with your internet connection?
I don't know. Because it keeps happening for you, I'm pretty sure it's Time Warner's fault. You don't have enough. You don't have enough upload speed to be doing video chats and stuff.
I'm gonna get on that and see if I can, if they can help me out with that.
Tell them that you do a lot of video chatting online.
Yeah.
I will.
And then they'll raise your upload speed, because that's what's most important.
I'll see if they can do that separately, because I don't really need as much download as I need upload.
No, because upload is from your computer out, so that would be sending your video out to us.
Okay, well, let's get on with the show. So, all right, guys, if you're watching now, I want to welcome you to the Next Gamer Podcast. I'm Joe McClung with with the Next Gamer Network and mortarmantv, and today we have special guest Justin from slasherjpc. He is a TNG partner, and we're really happy to have him on the show. He's got an excellent channel, a lot of talent, and I think that this is going to be a great opportunity for him to spread the word about his channel and let everybody know exactly what kind of stuff that he uploads on his channel. If you're not familiar with it, you're really missing out. And then we've got Nicholas Piera from Android Meter. He is our sponsor, and he's going to be having some topics to talk about today. And so we're happy to have him as a sponsor, and the Next Gamer Network and Android Meter collaborating together, and we've got a lot of really great ideas and plans that we're going to be sharing with each other in the future. So, Justin, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your channel and what you do?
Well, where do you want me to start? From like the beginning? Or since I've been with the Next Gamer?
You've got the floor, my man. It's up to you, brother.
Well, I'll try to make this as as quick as possible. But I started YouTube back in about 2000 and I believe it was 6. My first videos ever on a different channel were Stranglehold. I was doing Let's Plays on Stranglehold, and this was kind of before there was a lot of Let's Play videos out. I mean, there were some out there, but not to the extent of how YouTube is today. Long story short, after some internet drama, I lost my channel, and I had to reboot. And then after that, some things came up. I was actually working overseas for about a year and a half in Afghanistan, so I couldn't do any uploads on my current channel now. And I came back last April and pretty much jumped right back into the YouTube community. So
I see. So you lost your channel.
My original channel, yes.
And then had to start over. I think that's happened to a lot of us.
Yeah.
I had a channel, my very first channel, and AdSense got disabled on it for some bull crap that Google called me out on, and so I had to start over. But it wasn't really a big deal. I think it was a good thing for me. So was it a big setback for you when you had to start over?
It kind of was. I had just gotten around 3,000 subscribers back then, and that was a pretty big deal back then.
Yeah, yeah.
And so yeah, it was kind of a blow. I had help from another bigger YouTuber, helped me kind of get some people back. But that's when things started to kind of go downhill. And when I made the new channel, I just didn't spend as much time. I was very disheartened about it all. And it wasn't until I was overseas and I couldn't do videos anymore where I finally was like, realized, I really like doing this stuff, and because I couldn't do it over there, I couldn't upload stuff because the bandwidth over in Afghanistan, it's not, the support's not there. I couldn't do it. So as soon as I had ordered a bunch of stuff, so when I got home, I could start basically full blown, and I haven't really stopped since April. So
yeah, I can imagine how excited and the sense of urgency you had when you got back over here, so you could start up again.
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't know what I'd do without internet, or if it wasn't, even as good as it is now.
Yeah, we had internet, but it was basically like dial-up speeds. So it was,
yeah.
You could do like Skype, and that was about it. Like for like streaming kind of stuff, that was it. I couldn't uploads. Nah, you couldn't do uploads. It was pretty bad. So, but you had to deal with what you had to deal with. So I just stayed on like Facebook to keep in touch with friends and family and forums, and that was about it. I actually occasionally had a couple people upload videos for me while I was gone. I gave them my info that I trusted, and they uploaded a video or two, but it just wasn't the same. People were like, "Oh, it's not your stuff," so I just kind of stopped till I got back.
I see what you mean. So tell everyone about like the different types of videos that you do. I noticed that you kind of do a little bit of acting. Like I've seen you do some like skits, where you've actually got a script made out where you're playing, like yesterday I watched one where you were actually playing 2 different characters.
Yes.
The contract video.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, guys, if you haven't seen Justin's videos on his channel, you don't know what you're missing. When you watch this guy do his video, you would swear that he's got 6-figure subs, like 100K or more. You're fully entertained the entire time. I regret I don't get to watch as many of your videos as I'd like to, but when I do, I watch the whole thing from start to finish. I don't click away, and and I know that gives you a higher audience retention too. I'm helping you out when I do that, but I do it because I want to, because I enjoy watching the video. So tell everyone, you know, a little bit more about the kind of videos you do and stuff.
Well, originally, you know, I just started kind of doing the review thing, and my reviews have kind of changed over time. As YouTube has changed, and I've seen it change. It's as it's changed, I've kind of changed with it to not exactly stay with what, you know, I try to kind of be a little bit outside the box. So while I still do like Let's Plays and everything, I try to do these reviews. And the thing I tried to notice is, you know, anybody can talk over reviews, but you know, and break it down by gameplay, this and that, and I just tried to eventually now put a little humor in there, be a little bit sarcastic, and be quick with my information, and not like make it a really long, drawn out like review. Yeah. I have done skits, gaming skits. Like there's a skit I did with a buddy of mine called Diablo 3 versus Max Payne 3. Both were coming out the same day, and basically we have a fake fight, and a lot of people like that video. That was a pretty funny video. I've done some music videos, like parody music videos. I've done what else? I did if you haven't seen this is one of my biggest ones. I did an Alan Wake video before it was before Alan Wake came out, but because of everything that happened with YouTube, it got postponed. Everything was pretty much done except it being edited. So when I got home, I edited it and finally put it out like 2 years later. And a lot of people say that's like looks like almost like a little mini movie. I mean, we went to a cabin. We rented the cabin, just me and my buddy. Paid for the gas to get up there 6 hours away. Filmed it. The game wasn't out at the time, so the script was just off of just an idea of what the game trailers had shown. So we just played with that, and we thought it came out really well. And actually, Remedy actually had put it on their Facebook page and stuff, like, you know, talked about it. So that was pretty cool of them. And so I mean, really, I try to do gameplay videos, commentaries, and reviews. And the latest thing that's been going on with my channel, and that I'm really trying to push, but it's really hard, especially when you don't have a lot of views, is I email these PR companies or the gaming companies, and I try to tell them, like, hey, you know, I'm part of the Next Gamer Network. I have this channel. I also have a web page, and I'm looking to see if I can get any kind of press releases. So I'll get press releases coming in, like information on games. So I try to talk about that in my Twitter or whatever. And then I do get occasional review copies. Then also I scour the internet for early copies of games on eBay. Sometimes I pay a little bit more to get a game early just because I know it might help my channel. It's just kind of something I have to do. For example, I just got in the mail just before we started. I just got a Omerta City of Gangsters here in the mail. It's got a review embargo of the 12th. So you know, they sent me a letter, and there's like a little USB bullet keychain. It's got like press assets on it. So I don't get that stuff all the time, but I'm trying to get myself out there more, get more views, and because, you know, I try to keep myself professional in that essence and keep good contact with these people on Twitter or email. But you get shot down a lot too. A lot of bigger companies, unless you're big, you don't hear from. Like, I don't hear too much from Capcom. I don't hear too much from like Nintendo or Microsoft themselves. But smaller companies, or even like I'm in touch with the guys from Deep Silver who did Dead Island. I'm in touch with them. So some of them, these people are really cool, and they get back with you. Some you never hear from. So it's interesting. Yeah. And that's been the latest thing I've been doing since I got back. Was, you know, I had the website, which I just changed my website, by the way. My girlfriend just redesigned my website, which I think it looks even better than it did, much better.
What's the web address?
I'm sorry.
What's the web address?
It's just www.slasherjpc.com.
Well, that's perfect. Straight to the point. They know exactly where they're going.
Yeah. So
you know, I can definitely appreciate the effort. I can definitely appreciate the effort that you're putting into trying to go above and beyond, trying to get those review copies and see if they'll send you, or if you're trying to get some early stuff, you know, because in today's YouTube, you've got to try to get an edge, because the bigger YouTubers, you know, and when I say bigger, I mean, you know, 100,000 plus.
Yes.
You know, and those guys, a lot of them have access. They've got the hookup on some things. Yeah, they've got the
hookup. Yes.
Yeah, and they can get some stuff, you know, early and even free.
Yes.
Now, you were talking about some of those smaller companies and stuff that you've been in contact with.
Yes.
I've actually been in contact with Activision and Ubisoft by email. They actually have responded to my emails before, but not in the fashion that you were, I wasn't asking for any early or free stuff, but you and I need to get together here in the near future and see if we can work on them together. I'll see if I can.
Yeah, I need Half-Life Episode 3. Can you guys get that?
Yeah, everybody wants that.
the dude
right now.
The dude over at Ubisoft is a really cool guy. I talked to the guy that's in charge of content on YouTube for Ubisoft, and the dude was really cool.
Very cool.
I sent him an email, and he responded like the very next day. And Activision responded within 2 to 3 days.
And I think I've gotten stuff. Activision is actually one of the companies I've gotten stuff from too as well.
Okay.
I got like Transformers, and there was something else they sent me. Yeah, no, definitely. That's not a problem at all. I'd say that the most frustrating thing right now with YouTube, personally, is you're getting all these people that aren't necessarily gamers that are doing gamer channels that are already popular. Like, for example, you're getting vloggers that have a huge channel, and then they're like, well, I'm going to make a gaming channel because gaming is popular. And it just, as that's happening, it's getting tougher and tougher to get content out there. Like, the thing that I think a lot of people that watch me appreciate is I'm very, when it comes to games, I'm very open-minded, and I'm very impartial, so to speak. I won't gloat, and I won't say a game is amazing, and I won't say it's like exactly crappy. I'll kind of be in the middle ground, and then that's why I don't review my games either. I don't give a score per se. I don't score the games because I don't believe in the scoring system. Okay. I believe in telling the pros and cons and letting the video or what I talk about explain itself.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
Because everybody's focused on scores nowadays, and if a game, out of a 10 range, if a game gets a 7, people automatically think that sucks. Yet, a 7 is still high up in the whole 1 through 10 scheme.
Right. It's above 5 for sure.
Yeah. People don't look at it that way. People look at it as 7. It's crap. And then we can get on the whole. I can get on the whole topic of Call of Duty and Minecraft. The videos that seem to just scream out there. But those are the videos I refuse to do because I don't. It's not that I don't like those games. Well, I don't really care for Minecraft personally. Call of Duties, I've played them all. It's not that I don't like those games. It's just I don't want to go that route. I feel that I have more to do than those with those videos, and there's already a way oversaturated market with those videos.
Absolutely. Yeah, the market is flooded with that content. People come to me all the time at the network, and they're small channels. They're just starting out. Then they're like, Mortarman, can you help me build my channel? I've been at it for 2 years, and I'm not getting anywhere. I need to get my views up so I can get a partnership. And I don't know about other people, but it really affects me emotionally when some young kid comes to me and he wants me to help him with his YouTube channel. If I could, I would literally help every single person that came to me. I don't have the time to. I'd like to think that I'm very educated and very savvy about YouTube and how everything works, and I'd like to think that I have the ability to help some people, but I'm not. I wouldn't necessarily call myself an expert either. I've only got like 1,500 subs, so I mean my channel's not huge. I think part of that is due to the fact that I don't have a lot of time. But these kids come to me and they want help with their channel, and one of the first things that I tell them, one of the first things I ask them is, "What game are you playing?" And when they say Call of Duty, I'm like, "Oh, geez. Okay, well, first of all, everybody and their sister's playing Call of Duty. Anybody can record a commentary and play the game, and you're just going to blend right in with everyone else. You got to do something different, something, put a little bit more effort into it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a sniper and do those sniper edits. Everybody wants to play Call of Duty, and got to think of something else. And I know that it's hard to come up with other ideas, and I'm guilty too because I got a lot of Call of Duty on my channel. I've got a lot. I used to do glitches. I got a lot of that on my channel. I got some Battlefield 3, all the first-person shooters because that's kind of the type of game that I like.
Yeah.
But if I were starting a new channel today, I would do like video vlogs. I would do, you know, I'm not really an actor or good at that sort of stuff. I just don't have that. But if I did, I would do some of those like you're doing. I would play a lot of underground or games that are not real well known because somewhere out there, there's a fan club for them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
like that game that you just said you got. I've never heard of that game.
Yeah.
And so that's the sort of thing I think that can set somebody apart from the masses.
Yeah, and I mean that's why I try to do. I mean, I literally play everything. The only games I really don't play is like sports games because I just don't play sports games. But everything else, from indie titles to you know, unheard of games. I even play games that get like really bad scores sometimes because I just want my own opinion on it. And you know,
where'd Nicholas go? We lost him. I didn't realize we lost him.
Oh, we'll get him back in.
I'm trying.
But you know, it's those kind of games. You know, sometimes you get these games and they get low scores, but I play and I'm like, you know, this really isn't that bad. It's fun. I'm having fun with it, and I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm one of the few gamers out there who generally play games for fun, and I'm not always looking to critique the hell out of it. You know, it seems like everybody has a stick up their ass. Pardon my language. That they, you know, that if the game isn't perfect or exactly how they want it, that they think they you know, that they should go on the online and tweet how bad a game is. And the thing I try to tell myself is that, you know, whatever you think is bad, or if this game didn't meet exactly your standards, I mean, there's people, you know, there could be 200 to 350 people that put their blood, sweat, and tears into making that game. Now, don't get me wrong, I've played my fair share of games that were just absolutely pretty abysmal, and it was like, I even tried them again, and it was like, you know, give it a second chance. It was like physically it was broke. There was issues, like voice acting was terrible, sound was terrible. I mean, these are games that are legitimately bad, but even then, I can probably count on a you know, couple handfuls of how many games that I've played that were truly that bad. You know, whereas everything else was, it was okay, or you know, it was a fun rental. But I don't know. I feel like I'm one of the few people that look at games that way, in that light. I mean, these are games that are legitimately bad, but even then,
I agree. I agree with you. I need to be a little bit more open-minded about the games that I play because I'm kind of just a first-person shooter. Did I cut out on you?
You did.
Okay. What I was saying, one thing that I used to do when I really started getting into YouTube is that when I got my HD PVR and I started recording videos, or even before then, I had found a way to record videos without the HD PVR.
Yeah.
And when I was on there, when I got on my console, I would play it was work. I would get on the game, play my game, get my footage, do my commentary, upload it, and I was done. And it was work. And so I never really had a time to sit back in my chair and relax and actually have fun with my friends. And a lot of the gameplays I was doing by myself. So I wasn't, you know, interacting with my clan or other friends.
Yeah. It becomes like a second
now, though, I spend, and now I spend more time working, you know, for the network and doing network-related things, and I'm, you know, like in the podcast here and stuff. And so now I've separated computer from Xbox. So now Xbox is more just basically simply for recreation. I rarely record a gameplay to make a video. If anything, I've done my commentary, and all I need is a gameplay for background.
Yeah.
It's just there for visual entertainment, and that's it. It's not like, hey, watch me get this high score or nothing like that, or it's not a glitch. Hey, watch, I can show you how to jump up onto this ledge. I don't do any of that anymore. I enjoy commentating much more than the gameplay aspect of it. So now literally yesterday, as a matter of fact, I nearly had my Xbox set up in my living room by my big TV. I was going to completely separate it from where my computer and stuff is, but I ran into a snag wiring-wise, and so I didn't do it, and I'm kind of glad that it didn't work out that way anyway. But is Nicholas, are you back with us, aren't you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm just If I'm not talking, I'm trying to keep the video off so that I don't get kicked out again.
Okay. I didn't realize that you were gone there for a minute, and as soon as I noticed, I invited you back. Let's see. I want to talk about something that's YouTube and video game related, right quick, and then we'll hand it over to Nicholas.
I just want to quickly say that Twitter got hacked yesterday.
I heard. I read your thing about that.
So just make sure that you change your Twitter password. You can keep going on the video game thing. I just want to make sure everybody knows. Please change your Twitter password.
Gotcha.
Even if my password is like ridiculously long and stupid,
Doesn't matter. Change your Twitter password.
Because they would have that file, I guess, or whatever.
Yep.
Okay, I can do that. I just look at the keyboard and type in about 20 letters and numbers that are completely random, anyways. Good luck finding that hacking that password. But yeah, I watch Woody's Gamertag a lot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He's my favorite commentator, probably. And last week, one of our topics was YouTube money, and we talked about big YouTubers and money and things like that. Well, that kind of works with, or kind of is similar to what I want to talk about right now. I don't want to talk about the money part of it, but I want to talk about the big YouTuber part of it, and what separates those mega big YouTubers from everyone else. And so I'm going to do a little bit of research. It's probably not rocket science, but I'm going to go to the top 100 YouTube list, and I'm going to pick out some of the most well-known and most famous YouTubers on that list, and I'm going to go to their channel and research their channel, try to spend some time watching as many of their videos as I can make time for, and then I'm going to review their channel. I'm not going to critique it. I'm just going to give people information. I'm going to review their channel as if I would like a video game or something. I'm not a real good review person, but I think I can get enough information for what I want to do. And so basically, I will say, for instance, iJustine. I wasn't even familiar with her until last week, but she's pretty hot, and she's the number 100 top YouTuber. She's on the bottom of the list. But I, say for instance, I'd go to her channel, look at her videos, and then in my commentary, I will talk about what she does, how long she's been on YouTube, the style of her videos, and what I notice that looks like may set her apart. There's got to be something. It's not because these people started YouTube 4 or 5 years ago and the market wasn't full of people. It wasn't that they got in on the ground floor sort of thing. There's something special about them. And I think that a lot of these people not only have access to a lot of free stuff and everything, but they've also got the nice income where they can buy all the studio recording equipment. Like you said, you went and shot that video and, did that skit. You guys drove 6 hours, you rented a cabin. You put in a lot of effort to make that video.
Yep.
What's his name? Ray William Johnson. He's got a full staff of people that work for him that edit and shoot those videos that he makes. It's almost like watching a television show, kind of like watching Tosh.0 or something. I mean, you literally think you're looking at a television screen.
Oh, I think he froze.
Yeah, he did.
He froze.
You see, the thing is, even if somebody started a YouTube channel today, as long as it's something that people want to hear or people want to watch, they can get as many subscribers as they want.
Yeah, I mean, I've even noticed that, I'll go to a channel and it's only got 100 videos, and they're just like vlog type videos, and they've got 100,000 subscribers or something. And I'm like, what?
It's all you're just saying what people want to listen to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you started 6 years ago, you started yesterday. As long as you're doing something that people are gonna watch, people will subscribe to you.
You guys heard of Epic Mealtime?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, those guys are huge. They make videos about eating crazy stuff. I haven't watched a lot of their videos, but they
You're
are
telling me
pretty
I
famous.
could make a whole bunch of money off of eating some worms? Okay, where are the mealworms for the get-go?
They don't necessarily eat. They don't necessarily eat gross stuff, but they do like challenges, and stuff like the cinnamon challenge, things like that.
Oh.
And they're funny.
Yeah, they make some weird, like, they'll use bacon, and they'll wrap bacon in bacon, and then use, a bunch of barbecue sauce, and they'll make like a 5-pound bacon burger, and then they'll all split it and eat it. Yeah, that's basically the show.
Yeah, those guys are crazy. But anyway, they're huge on YouTube. They were on Painkiller already yesterday with Woody's Gamertag, and but anyway, what my point is I'm going to spend some time, go to these different channels, review their channels, and then make a video about it, and see if that maybe will help some people get some ideas. It's almost like I'll be doing a shout-out video where somebody's got 1 million subs. It's kind of crazy, which is not the case at all. And I doubt they're going to get any publicity from me. But that's my idea, and hopefully that will help some people, and it may even help myself. I may even notice something that I haven't noticed before, that I can do to help my own channel. But that's about all I got on that. Do you guys have any thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, for me, I think personally, I don't know. It's hard to gauge because if you look at the gaming side of YouTube and what's popular with gamers, like as in like what the gaming channels, it tends to be like either a lot of Call of Duty stuff, Minecraft, or like full Let's Plays.
I'm going to completely agree with Justin right there because, all right, I'm going to start off by saying, and Mortarman knows this, I don't go on YouTube that much. I'm still new to this. But the only thing I do see is either Minecraft, because I obviously everybody knows what Minecraft looks like, so you see that little crappy 8-bit graphic, and you're like, oh, that's Minecraft. Or Call of Duty. That's it.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I have been told multiple times from various people, do Call of Duty videos, do Minecraft videos, try to do that so you can take off, and then when you become popular off that, then you can do whatever you want because you have a user base. So there's that aspect of YouTube. But then you look at the other high YouTubers that are vloggers or have little mini shows like FPS Russia or whatever their shtick is. They might only have 150 views or 150 videos, but they've got like 80,000 subscribers. Yet there's gamer channels like mine that have 500-something videos and 5,000 subscribers. So yeah. I feel like there's definitely a divide between gaming people on YouTube and then vloggers and like sketch stuff.
Well, I would not tell you to do a Minecraft or Call of Duty video because everybody said to do it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't either. And there's the reason why you never want to do something like that is because people will sub to you. Like, say for instance, you got a brand new subscriber today from this show, and they're not familiar with your channel until today. They go to your channel, they like what they see. A month from now, you completely do a 360 or 180 and start doing something completely different. Now they have to decide whether or not they like your change. Is it what they signed up for, or is it not? Like I had a bunch of glitching fans. I had probably 1,000 subscribers for glitching, and I think at about 1,000 subs is kind of when I made a change. And since then, my channel doesn't grow very much. I don't, get that many views, and I don't get that many subscribers. But my channel is more for work now. For the company than it is anything. But I still enjoy YouTube, and if I had more time, I would do more. But,
and with that said, like I said, that divide I see, I'm trying with my channel to kind of bridge that. Like, I want live action stuff and skits, and also gaming. I want to combine them. And I'm not a vlogger, and I'm not a skit only a vlog skit type channel, but so I'm not trying to capitalize on the gaming thing. I'm a gamer. I love video games. I've been dealing with games since I was a kid. I've worked at GameStop twice now over the years. I was just working at it again as a part-time job with my full-time job plus the YouTube stuff, and family and girlfriend and all that stuff, trying to balance everything. And the one thing I hear a lot is just I know my stuff. I'm very knowledgeable. Like somebody says, oh, I'm looking for a new game, or I want to play a new game, and they're like, I say, what do you like? And they say, oh, I liked Silent Hill. So then of course you hit them up with, well, did you play Resident Evil? Did you play this, that, and all these other weird games? And I was complimented just with the new crew at GameStop. Like, dude, you work well with people. You know what people want. You talk to them. You can discuss. You know a lot of stuff about games. And I seem to get that. I seem to get that comment a lot. And then the other thing I get a lot is I do get a lot of people that will come to my channel or talk to me here in my hometown. Like, dude, your videos are great. Why don't you get more exposure? And my answer to that is simply, I don't know. I mean, I have business cards I hand out. They were actually handing them out at the GameStop to people. But I told them, I said, I don't know. I said, I really don't know. I have a Facebook page. I post stuff. My girlfriend posts on a bunch of forums. I post in forums my content. It's just one of those things. I feel like I've exhausted everything I can do, really, to push my channel. So at this point, it's just I either keep going or I stop. Well, I'm not going to stop. Some even people said, take a break. Don't get burned out. I'm like, yeah, the thing is this YouTube community is a thing that keeps going. It keeps churning. It doesn't stop. And if I stop, it's not gonna. I don't think me stopping is gonna do anything. It's not gonna make. It's not like all of a sudden I'm gonna stop and my channel's gonna take off. I have to keep putting that effort in, and I have been. And I mean, I will say that I've always been pretty serious about my channel, but since I got back home, I've really put in 110% effort. And even with my full-time job now, because I wasn't working when I first got back home. Even with my full-time job now, I'm working 2 jobs. I've still managed to upload videos at least once a week, if not more. And so I try and try and try, and I've got skits, and I've got video reviews, and I've got skit video reviews, and and everything I try to almost tailor to gaming, except for random vlog type things. But it's just it gets frustrating, but I keep doing it because I genuinely I enjoy it, and I like video editing, and I love gaming. So hopefully one day people will see that. And something will happen, but at the same time, I guess if not, it's just what it is, man. It just is what it is.
Well,
I juggle.
I'm almost
hard.
There you go. Yeah, you cut off at right the crucial moment. You're like, and the end of the world is.
But see, I do things like I can't go through a day without drinking this glorious, refreshing Mountain Dew. Where's my advertising deal, Pepsi?
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Justin, man, I wish that I had an answer for you too, because you have put in a ton of effort to try to get your channel big, and if you go to your channel and you were to just, blur out those numbers in the top right-hand corner of your screen, you'd swear you were looking at somebody who's in the top 100 on YouTube easily. And
Froze.
Yeah.
I think it's YouTube. Every time he goes to compliment you, he freezes.
Yeah, I think it's just they're like, no, he can't say good things about him. No.
Nah.
That's bad.
Yeah, apparently, I guess. I love the poses that they freeze him and they're like,
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's I get. Right, don't get me wrong. I get frustrated, and believe you me, I have my days where I'm like, F it. I get frustrated. I get depressed about it, and people go, well, because here's the thing too. People assume that. Here's the thing that real quick to say is that people say, well, why are you frustrated? You're doing what you like to do, and it's fun. I said yes. I said. It's not that I get frustrated that I'm not, making a bunch of money, because honestly, I don't care about the money per se, but to be able to, if I was able to sustain myself in a decent income, just being able to do the videos, which I love doing, and with, talking about gaming, which I'm really passionate about, that'd be great. It's just, I guess what bugs the shit out of me is that when I realize there's people that are literally just doing videos that are popular to get those hits, to get money, when it'd be like, for example, me doing Call of Duty videos. I don't have a passion for that series or multiplayer and glitches. So if I was to do what people said and do these videos just to get my numbers up, I wouldn't be happy. And that's ultimately what I want. I just want to be happy doing what I love doing. And if I can sustain myself in my channel doing that, then that's great. That's the ultimate end goal. But you see a lot of people that are just doing it because they're doing certain things just to cater to making the money.
It happens a lot. I've been asked time and time again to do zombie videos, Black Ops 2 zombies, and honestly, with every ounce of my being, I hate zombies and everything about zombies, and there's no way. And there might be 3 videos of zombies on my channel, and I just don't like it, and I don't like Minecraft either. And people have told me, do Minecraft, it'll do good.
Yeah,
But
I've tried it 3
I
times.
can't have fun. I can't have fun doing it.
And people go, "Don't you like Legos?" I said, "I fucking love Legos.
Minecraft is not Legos, dude.
I can't play Minecraft. I just can't do it.
It's so slow, and there's just not much to the game.
Yeah, I just think it's the interface for me personally. I like building stuff in games like that, but I don't like the interface, not the first person, but the menu-driven interface and everything. It just, I don't know. There's just something about it. It doesn't click with me. So,
yeah.
But I mean, that's my biggest thing, and I guess those days I'm down in the dumps is when I see somebody who's just doing, Call of Duty, and they're not doing anything else, and to me, gaming is so much more than just one genre or playing one type of game. And it just, that's what irks me, especially, and it's not to say I don't want to be bitter about it, but like, for example, I've seen bigger YouTubers talk about how, they do commentary videos, which is literally playing a game, sitting there talking, and you put game footage up. It's fairly simple. It doesn't take a lot of time to do.
Yeah.
And one of these
YouTube 101.
Yeah, and so one of these YouTubers that's what he does. He does walkthroughs, and he does them, and he gets a lot of hits, and he's high up there. So people started saying, hey, can you do these reviews where you put like the game video up in the corner, and you actually showed gameplay, and you went more in depth? And he did it, and he didn't get hardly any views, and then he bitched about it, saying, I put in 4 hours on this video, and I didn't get any views, and I don't want to do it anymore. And all I wanted to say to him is like, welcome to the club, man, where there's people that put tons of content and they work their ass off, like me and many others, and literally do a lot of the editing that it takes. I mean, sometimes my editing tree on my reviews are like, 6-7 rows deep of sound effects, different effects edited, video edited, and different cuts and clips, and there's like layers deep, man, and you're just like, I look at it and I'm like, man, that's a lot, and it's just, that's what I think bugs me the most. It's, if you can do YouTube and make a living off of it and have fun with it, and that's your passion, congratulations, you've made it, and awesome. But these people that just try to capitalize on it, and there's so many of them. And then the certain ones that do get high up on that, it's just frustrating. It really is. But I guess it's almost nowadays, I feel like YouTube's like Hollywood. You have to just get lucky.
It is. A lot of it has to do with luck, at right place at the right time. And what irks me the most is one of these big YouTubers, if they say they got a personal friend or a friend of the family or something, and they want to get into YouTube, and they're like, hey, buddy, sure, yeah, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
I'll plug your channel a few times. Yep. I'll like and comment on some videos. Within a week, some dude that's never even been on YouTube before in his life has got 5,000 subscribers and growing within a week, just because somebody said, I promote this person.
Yes.
But if we can somehow, I mean, we've got the biggest partner that we have in The Next Gamer, unfortunately, is Spanish. So that doesn't help you and I any. If we want, I mean, I'm not saying that it's not good to be Spanish.
No, I know what you're saying. And he froze.
I have a moral dilemma, and I need Mortarman's help.
Well, with his awesome abilities of freeze ray power.
I know, right? Well, it's because I'm texting my boss, and I'm trying to do it in a professional way, and it's not working.
Gotcha.
Because I'm gonna come off as a. I'm gonna come
hey,
off.
Nicholas, what you were saying in the chat, you said I would keep the chat window open so we can tell you when you freeze or unfrozen.
Yeah, because when you freeze, and then I told you froze, and I told you were unfrozen. You froze again, though.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll keep the chat window up here so I can see it when because I don't know until that red bar goes across the top saying you have connection issues.
Yeah, I have a moral issue that I should ask you about there, Mortarman.
Okay.
All right, so my boss, the company I work for.
You don't need to put that in.
What?
Omission wrong.
Yeah. This company I work at, my boss is a couple years older than me, and all he does every night is go out and party.
Uh-huh.
All right. He at all of his parties, he charges people to get in. He lets minors drink. Everybody does drugs. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
recently, a year ago, somebody that I know left this party and ended up crashing and killing 2 other kids.
Damn, that's not good.
That kid was sentenced to 3 years in prison the other day.
Really?
Which is like ridiculously nothing. 2 kids are dead because he was driving drunk and playing leapfrog with another car. You know what leapfrog is? Like you keep passing each other?
Oh, yeah.
He got 3 years in jail.
Damn.
Now, my boss's status last night was, drove trash to the office because I forgot my cell phone charger and started to do some work. And today, my boss messaged me and said that I need to start thinking about my own success and about the choices I'm making and things like that. And I just don't know what to reply back to that. Like, look at your choices, man. Like,
well, from a professional standpoint, keep in mind that he has the power to fire you. So when it comes to rubbing elbows with the boss, you have to tread lightly. And I speak from experience. I used to be in the furniture business, and one of my close friends that I've grown up with, he has a couple furniture stores. He makes more money, than. He owns 2 furniture stores. I'm not going to say that he's filthy rich or anything by any means, but in a day or in a week, he makes more than some people's salary for several months. And we also used to have a friend that had 10 furniture stores, and that's where we got started in the furniture business. We used to work for him. The guy was our same age. He partied all the time. He was single. He had a big house, 3 or 4 cars. And anytime that he wanted to go out and party, the only people that he hung out with were the people that worked for him. We were his only friends. And he would say, come on, let's go out. And you knew when he invited you that he was paying for everything. And it was not uncommon for him to drop $5,000 on a Friday night with us. And
Wow.
my point is that we go out and party like freaking rock stars, like you never imagined. No holds barred, anything goes. Have a great time, and then he goes home and goes to bed, and sometimes we wake up at his house, if that's where the party ended. But we got to be at work to open the store at 10 o'clock in the morning. Where is that motherfucker at? He's asleep till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And then he wants to bitch at you or threaten to fire you because you're late to work. And then if you say something, he's like, well, you knew you had to work today. Why'd you go out? But yet, at 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, he's the one sitting at your desk going, hey, man, we're going to go out and hit it tonight. You ready? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. And then the next morning, I'm dragging my ass to work. He calls up at 3 or 4 in the afternoon. I heard you were late today. If you're late again, you're done, or something. He could he could be your best friend one day and your worst nightmare boss ever the next day. And it sounds like this guy that you're talking about, Nicholas, is the same kind of dude.
well, my issue is like, seriously, last year in 2012, it was like every week somebody died coming home from a party. Like, seriously, the kids from my town were dropping like flies. Once a month, somebody was dead because they were driving drunk, and like the people that I know just can't get it through their heads, and that's why I'm so mad because everybody's making a big deal out of this kid getting his 3-year court sentence. People are saying that's too much. People like me are saying that's way too little. I mean, he killed 2 people because he was driving trash. 3 years in jail is not really a long time.
No, not for the crime.
That would be valuing each of their lives at 1.5 years in jail apiece, which is, like, ridiculous. Now, if you hack into, MIT and download a whole bunch of public records like Aaron Swartz did, you get 35 years. So it doesn't make sense. But it's like, what do I say to him? Like, you're talking to me about my future and my actions and my success when you're putting everybody at risk by doing what you're doing.
Yeah, when you go out like that.
Going home from work early. Well, me going home from work early because I was sick. Because remember the other day, Motorman, I said I was sick?
Yeah.
All right. So yesterday, I was sick. Like, I was sick, so I didn't go into work. And apparently, you know, I'm terrible. I'm like, you know what, man? I was sick. I went home from work. It is my right as a person to not work because I'm terribly sick. My action is not going to get 2 people killed. Like, I don't know what to say to defend myself and still, like, not be an asshole, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the only advice I can give you is, you know, depending on your relationship with your boss.
We used to be very, very good friends until I started working for him, and we are no longer friends at all, by any means.
Well, always remember this. Friends are friends and business is business. I used to be a business owner, and I've had friends work for me, and I can tell you from experience that it does get complicated, you know, and you have to look at it from a business standpoint. Now, this guy, is he the owner of the company or just your boss?
His father owns the company.
Just the same, might as well be the same then. He's got big britches. You know, you just have to watch what you say to him and don't trust him too much because he'll use it against you. He'll hold it against you whenever the time is right. And you know, stay out of his business. Let him do his thing, and don't even just go to work and do what you're supposed to do and leave, and try not to get too involved with what he's doing. I know how you're feeling about it, but
I just think
if you want to keep your job, the best thing to do would just be stay out of it if you can. I know it's hard to hold back sometimes, but he could totally fire you. Now, in Texas, you know, when you get fired from a company, they have to have a reason, but there's loopholes in that system where they can just come up with some kind of bullshit to satisfy the paperwork, and you know, and it's legal, but
you don't need a reason. You don't need a reason in my state. You can fire somebody just because you don't like the way they look.
Yeah.
I don't like the way your pants look today, so you're fired. I mean, you really don't need a justifiable reason in my state. You can be fired for anything.
Same here.
But, I mean, with all the emails and texts that I've gotten from him about, you know, swearing at me, calling me stuff that nobody should be calling anybody else, I mean, I could just as soon take him to court and fucking sue him for everything they got.
All right, I'm back. I froze for a minute.
I mean, he literally treats me like shit. I've never walked into work and been called a, can't really say it. I'm going to type it in the chat window. I've never walked into work anywhere that I have ever worked, and I've had eight different employers. I've never been called that by my boss. Wow. If you look at the chat window, you can see what he called me.
Oh, yeah. And that dude I was talking about the other day, or, you know, a while ago, he's just like that. I mean, because we were friends, then he thought that he could talk to everybody like that. And
so he was like, "Oh, it's okay. It's not a big deal. You're my friend. I can call you, you know, whatever the hell I want." Yeah, but he literally treats me like just pure shit. And without me, his company would be shit.
Yeah. It's that, and they don't. They'll throw that business is business thing at you, but yet they go right back and do and be like, "Oh, we're buddies or we're friends." But yet when you need something, or if you need to be off because you're sick, business is business. You know, well, it's a two-way street. You know, and if I wouldn't never go to work for somebody and be buddy with them, I'd keep it strictly business. That way, they know that they can't talk to me that way, and they can't take advantage of me like that.
Well, I mean, I even had another coworker who was actually better friends with my boss than I am. This other coworker is like defending me till like the end. He's telling my, you know what I mean? He was one of my boss's good friends, and he doesn't even want to see him anymore. Like, he despises him because of the way he treats us both.
Yeah, it's a messed up deal.
Like, he'll pawn his work that he's supposed to do off on the two of us so he can sit and text or plan the next party for that night or whatever. So we end up doing our work plus his work. And, okay, I don't know. I'm a computer programmer, okay? They're paying me $10 an hour, all right, which is a ripoff for any good, you know, tried and true computer programmer. I could easily go somewhere else and work for $16, $17, $18 an hour.
Right.
They're paying me $10 an hour. All right. They wanted a special application. It's a job application, but it's a very special one. It costs $50,000. They wanted me to build it for $400.
Damn.
It has over 1,000,000 lines of handwritten code in it.
I'm not a computer programmer, but that sounds like a lot of work. A ton of work.
Well, a line of code is the equivalent to like a 10-word sentence. So my dog ate my homework last weekend. That would be a line of code.
Wow.
But it's
yeah,
over
maybe
1,000,000 lines of code that would have to be written by hand. That would take the better part of at least 3 months if you went slow and steady and didn't like just sit there for like a week straight on your computer. Wanted me to do it for $400 because he didn't want to pay $50,000. So he's exploiting my skill and paying me jack shit for it.
I would give them the amount of work that you get paid for.
That's what I'm doing, and now they're threatening to fire me. I'm like, fire me, dude. I have much more fun talking to Mortarman on Google Hangouts than working for your ass. Seriously, he wants me to be doing some work right now, and I'm like, well, I'm busy. I'm going to hang out. You're going to have to wait, dude.
Yeah,
You don't
I'm not at work right now. So, do you have any Android meter stuff that you want to discuss? Let me say this to everyone that's watching right now. If you don't already know, we've teamed up with AndroidMeter.com, and they are now one of our sponsors, and we are also one of their sponsors, and we've got a lot of things we're going to be doing together. Nicholas here is going to be helping us out with a new website built from the ground up, some graphics and things like that, and we're
which
going to be
me and
advertising.
Mortarman will be discussing tonight. So
Okay, good deal. Also, we have two guys that want to be partners with the Next Gamer. They've got a website that kind of fits in your same genre, with your website. They're kind of into technology and stuff. And they were talking about, having links and stuff of us on their website. They actually started their website first. It's like their business. Is what they do. But then they got into YouTube. And they do product reviews and stuff for, like, operating systems, and things like that. And so I wanted to talk to you about that a little bit, too. Because I mentioned you to them, and there might be something there that you guys could collaborate with each other on, too. But yeah, so Android Meter, if you're not familiar with it, it's AndroidMeter.com. It's a great website. They put a lot of hard work and time and research on their products. They talk about all types of technology and gadgets, and also Android, the Android phone and operating system for Android and stuff. So if you're into that sort of stuff, guys, you need to go check them out. And they got a YouTube channel and the website. So yeah, go check that out, everyone. Now, Nicholas, do you have some stuff you want to talk about?
yeah, first I just want to give a shout out to the art community. Thank you for your comment. And I have never heard that phrase, but I'm going to start using it now. Actually, I'm going to tweet that phrase because it is genius.
What phrase is it?
Never lose your sense of humor. It goes a long way.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
the
never
art
heard
community.
that before, but
The art community is one of our partners, and he's a really good guy. And he's very active on YouTube, uploads a lot, and comments and stuff on my videos, and he watches the podcast pretty religiously and stuff. So yeah, I want to thank him for watching the podcast and all his support. And like he was saying in his comment earlier, we seriously all need to help each other, give each other shout outs. I mean, it don't have to be like a whole video, but it could be like once or twice a week. I wish all emblem channels would do that for me. Yeah, so that's a really good comment. And if more people helped each other out on YouTube instead of being so selfish with their own channel and their own views and their own YouTube money, the whole YouTube community could grow much better, I think. And guys like Justin could have a much bigger channel with a lot more views, and because he deserves a lot more than that. I'm gonna make you a project of mine, Justin. I'm gonna do anything that I can, to help you. I mean, your channel is bigger than mine. You probably have a bigger following than I do, but I've got access to the network, and so I'll see if there's anything that I can come up with to help you out.
Well, I'll meet you on that challenge and see what we can do.
Now maybe one day this podcast will be big, maybe, and having you on the podcast could benefit you that way too. Maybe in the future. I don't even know how many people are watching, but possibly, that could be an avenue to help you and other channels grow just by having them on the podcast. I bet if you were on Painkiller already, just one episode, your channel would grow like tenfold within a week.
Oh, and I did forget to mention real quick. Also, besides the YouTube thing, before I did that, starting in 2000, I started doing freelance writing for various websites, and I did that all the way up until YouTube. So.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to cut out of here quick because the laundromat closes soon. But I do have one tech-related thing to talk about today. How familiar are you guys with 3D printers?
3D printers.
Do you know what they are?
Well, are you talking about now? There's something that actually creates like a 3D object. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like MakerBots.
Yeah.
Okay. So NASA is putting a lot of money into a project that what it's going to be is we want to make a base, a military base on the moon. And it is not feasible to transport supplies to build that, 300,000 miles away. We would need a space shuttle that is 100 times the size of what we have available today. So this team of scientists up at NASA have come up with this genius idea. All right, they want to have a machine that can scoop up lunar soil and compact it into these hard cubes. Then use a 3D printer to cut the materials to build their habitats out of these lunar soil cubes. So that means they would only need to transport a cubing machine and a 3D printer. And they can actually construct bases and anything they want out of lunar soil.
That sounds pretty doable.
Well, there'd be no cost. There'd be no cost. I mean, lunar soil is free.
Right.
You know what I mean?
At least until somebody claims it.
Yeah, I know, right? This is ours. You get the idea of like where we're going with technology. I mean, you're talking about something simple that can make a case for my phone, and you know what I mean? And they're going to make structures for people to live in on another planet.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. All right. Justin, I followed you on Twitter. I see that you followed me back.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, bro.
Nice to meet you.
I tweeted out that comment, and I don't know. I thought that was cool. Never lose your sense of humor. It goes a long way. I like that. I am going to go do laundry because laundromats are expensive in my state.
We have to go to the laundromat here as well.
Well, do you have a mailbox at your house? Do you actually have to drive to the post office to get your mail?
We have to go to the post office because what we live in is kind of like.
Justin.
Yeah, it's what we live in here is kind of like a two-story commercial building. Where I'm at right now is kind of like a basement, and now we don't have a mail receptacle here. We have to go to the post office a couple miles away.
You're living in that old school Texas town.
Yeah, 5,500 people, something like that.
That's very small.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm gonna get going. It was nice chatting with you guys. Mortarman, I will talk to you when I get home, probably around. I want to say around 8 p.m. your time.
Okay.
Justin, I need to talk to you because I have a couple questions about your website, man. So if you are available later, we'll invite you into the hangout when me and Mortarman talk because I have some questions for you, man. But until then, everybody, you can follow me on Twitter at nick.com.
And I don't even know if I'll be able to exactly answer that, but I'll let you know.
And you can follow Android Meter on Twitter at Android Meter or go to androidmeter.com. We bring you the latest and greatest in Android and Google news, so make sure you check us out. We always got good stuff. And big shout out to the Next Gamer Network for having us on, and we love the partnership we got going on right now. It's really good. And I'll see you all. I'll see you all on Wednesday.
We're just doing it. We're doing it on Saturday only now, once a week.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I thought it would be more structured to do it once a week, and we'd probably have a better audience rather than doing it twice a week, and that way people can just get used to it on Saturday.
That's true.
Yeah. It gives
All right,
me
well,
more time to prepare.
I will catch you all later. You guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you both later.
Okay, Nicholas. We'll see you later, buddy.
Yeah,
Have a
nice to
good
meet
one.
you.
Justin, are you staying for a minute?
Yeah, I can stay for a minute.
All right. So yeah, man, I'm gonna talk to the other guys on the staff at the network and see if there's anything that they can think of that we can do to help you. And do you personally know any bigger YouTubers at all?
I know when you say bigger, I don't know the big like
Bigger, like somebody that not necessarily has more subs, but somebody that's really getting a lot of views.
I mean I know one that I talk to on a daily, well not daily basis, but I talk to on and off, and he's actually had me on some of his videos like through co-op commentaries, a couple videos, and you froze again. Hold on. Second.
There,
Okay.
back. Okay, so
Okay.
you said you know one that you talk to on a
Yeah,
regular
and
basis?
he's like it got like in the 70,000. So he's he's not huge, but he's got a following.
Yeah.
And I've done some things with him, but other than and there's one other one with I think 22,000. But other than that, a lot of the people I know that actually I talk to and talk to me back are smaller. Some of the bigger people don't ever respond. They're too busy or they don't have enough. The funny thing about that is usually they either don't respond, and then there was one time I was just saying I think it's kind of BS. I tend to notice a lot of them only ever respond to stuff that's like something positive. Like if it's something like, hey, your video is awesome, they'll like retweet it or they'll respond. But if somebody asks a question, a lot of times some of these guys they won't answer. And I brought up that kind of on there, and then all of a sudden the guy's like, "Oh, well, I checked out your channel and I thought it was pretty cool, but you were an asshole," And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure you just caught that. You just caught my interesting tweet about how it's interesting how people don't like to help each other out, and it riled him up, obviously."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know any huge ones.
I don't really either. Jamie, I know Jamie very well, but his channel is based on glitching, and so that really wouldn't help in any way.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate help, but I'm not looking for like a handout. I'm not.
No.
And I'm not expecting for people to come to my rescue and help me. It's something that's either going to happen, and I mean, yeah, there's assistance and there's help, but I don't expect things to be handed to me. But with the way I put out content and stuff, I'm definitely not just sitting there with my thumbs jammed up my butt.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's not. I think you deserve a much more fair shot at what you're getting right now. You're putting in a lot of effort, more than most, and getting little in return.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I got a green screen, as you can see. I actually do live streams on Twitter or on Twitch TV because I can't do live streaming on YouTube at the moment still. So
how come?
I don't know. We had that conversation and it just hasn't been enabled yet, as far as I can tell.
Now, when you go to your settings page and you've got your menu on the left, your dashboard.
Yes, sir.
When you click on, let's see.
Like I'm in my overview right now.
Let me look. On the settings page.
Yeah, I'm in the settings tab.
And its overview is red. At the bottom where it says links and learn how to promote your videos, underneath that you would see something that says something about your live streaming.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing there. Do you have the live broadcaster in your channel settings?
In my tabs?
Yeah.
No. There's a thing on my channel settings that says in video programming, but that's
a new feature that everyone has. But in your channel settings, let's see. I'll go back to my channel. Under channel settings and then tabs, when you do have the live streaming, you will see where it says overview, blogger, everything. Then on the right, it would say live broadcaster.
Wait, I don't even see the blogger thing, so I'm not sure.
You should have 3 options as standard options for the overall layout of your YouTube channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're saying when I go into my channel?
Yeah, go to your channel and then click on channel settings.
Okay, let me check that. Channel settings. Yeah, I have an info and settings, and then a tabs.
Yeah, click on tabs and see if you see something called live broadcaster.
Okay, I have that.
Okay, well that's good. YouTube is rolling that out slowly, a little at a time. Not everybody is getting it, but I will talk to Sheldon and see if he has any word on that. See if did you fill out the application for live streaming with us?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I signed up, so I can't remember exactly if I did. But
Okay.
now, if that tab shows, or when I'm in my settings and it shows up underneath the links, do I have to switch my channel to live broadcaster when I want to do one of those?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That way, when you are live streaming, it'll be there on your main page when somebody
Gotcha.
goes to your channel.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I'll
I
see
don't know if I
find out for you.
signed up with it technically when we did it.
If you go to my channel or any of the other network channels, there's an application for live streaming. When you get time, go ahead and fill that out. And in the meantime, I'll see if I can get a hold of Sheldon about it and tell him that you don't have live streaming capabilities yet. Because obviously you live stream a lot, so there isn't any reason why YouTube would have kept you out of the loop on it. I had it. I had it for like 2 or 3 weeks before I even realized that it was there. I was asking Jamie. I was like, "Where's my live streaming?" He's like, "You should have it." I said, "Well, it's not there. I got the live broadcaster." And then one day I was messing around with my channel, and I seen that sitting down there underneath them links. And I was like, "Holy shit! It's been there. I don't even know how long it's been there." So that's why I was asking you if it was there, because a lot of guys don't even know that they have the capability. They just haven't enabled it yet.
Gotcha.
We'll see what we can do about that, so you can live stream from your channel.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Anytime you want to be on the show, just let me know. Right now, we're still in the building phase, and we have a few people that have been on the show kind of regularly, like the Tangy Toddler's been on the show several times now, and the E115 Project's been on once, Mr. Ninja's been on once, and of course Nicholas is on every episode. So anytime you want to be on the show, you're absolutely welcome to be on. Just let me know. And if you've, especially if you've got like some news or something.
Okay, now you're coming back in.
Okay. Well, hopefully my internet will continue, or hopefully get better soon. I'm gonna have to have another talk with my internet provider. Maybe that's the problem. I had them raise it one day. I just tried it for 24 hours, and I just had them raise it like one notch up, and it didn't really have a big effect on it.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, I guess we'll end this episode. We'll go ahead and call it. I want to thank everybody for watching, and you want to say goodbye?
Oh yeah. Thanks guys for watching the podcast, and thank you Next Gamer Network for giving me a place to call home.
You're very welcome. We're proud to have you. All right, Justin. If you want to holler at me and Nicholas in a little while, I can invite you to the hangout when we do our little. It'll be off air, just a little private talk about websites and stuff.
Gotcha.
What's your? Oh yeah, I know what your website. I'm gonna go check out your website too. I haven't been to it before.
Okay.
All right, man. We'll see you
later. Sounds good. Take care.
Have a good one. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.